You have now entered the fourth domain where we talk stress management, healing the mind, body, and soul, and becoming the most elite version of ourselves. And today's topic is the basics of the physical domain and how mastering the physical domain can catapult and remedy the other domains. Now, what are the other domains? That is your mental, that is your emotional, that is your existential, that is your social relational and your environmental domains. And today we are covering domain one, and that is your six domains. The six domains of stress are the six aspects of life that shapes the entire human experience. Those six domains shape the entire human experience, and domain one is the most important. Domain one is the first domain that everybody should start mastering. I don't care if you want to start a business. I don't care if you're just working on your fitness. I don't care what goal it is. The physical domain is the most important, all right? A great idea with no action is the first class ticket to stagnation, all right? A great plan with no action is a first class ticket to stagnation, all right? Look, man, you gotta get up and do something. And that specifically, especially, includes your body, all right? So let's get to the basics of the physical domain, which is how the body feels, performs, and functions. That is the very basis of the physical domain. Though we go a lot deeper and it got a lot more to it, we're starting from ground level. And at that, how the body feels, performs, and functions, I made each of those into a category for this video. Example, how the body feels. Then I got subcategories I'm going to list on uh, common feelings that the body have. So what I want you guys to do now, especially if you here to become the most elite version of yourself and meet self-mastery, use this video as a checklist, all right? That's the first thing you got to do, all right? Think about when you're going to a doctor or you're going to get you're going to play a sports, you got to get a physical. You want to go to college, you got to take that assessment test. Well, if you want to become the most elite version of yourself, you're going to have to take some inventory, a basic assessment of yourself. So that's what we're going to do. So like I said, for the categories of how the body feels, performs, and functions, when I go over the subcategories, from 1 being the least efficient, all the way up to 10 being the most efficient, as I go through, let's do a checklist. Let's start getting to the mastery. Leave your comments, or if you just want to learn something in the comment section, we're going to get to it, right? Because as I'm doing this video, I want to be coaching you guys too. So, and get it right now, because this is some free game and a free coaching session, if you will, right? Because let's get to it, man. Like I said, the basics of the physical domain, how the body feels, performs, and functions. Let's go over how the body feels, all right? The first thing I think about when it comes to how a body should feel is flexibility. Are you flexible? All right. Are your muscles relaxed? Do you feel light? I'm naming all the good stuff right now. Do your body feel nimble? Do you feel fast? Do you feel strong just on the general base when you get up and you walk around, your posture, you know? How you do you yeah, do you feel loose and fluid? Do you feel invigorated? Or do you feel overweight? Do you feel heavy? Are those muscles stiff? Are those muscles achy? Fatigue. What about your general fatigue? Low energy. A lot of people dealing with that, and that can come from mental stress. That can come from physical stress. That can come from existential stress. Do you feel bloated all the time? Ooh, We're gonna get into all this stuff. We just do an assessment today. Shortness of breath. Huh? Are you running out of breath? The general feeling of your body, like I said, how does your body feel? These are the best things: flexibility, nimble, fast, strong, achy, overweight. Do you feel fatigued? Like, how does the body feel? Each thing I named, like I said, rate them, all right? So let's go to the next thing. How does the body performs, all right? First thing I'm gonna think about is your strength output. Can you lift your own weight? Can you do a push-up? Can you do a pull-up? Can you do a sit-up? How does it feel just sitting down, lifting your body off the floor? Your strength output, endurance. Do you have enough? How your lungs feel, huh? How those lungs perform? Or do you get out of breath by going up a flight of stairs? Do you get out of breath just by walking? Some people out of breath just by talking. Can you chase your kids around and still have enough energy? Because, they want to play with your parents, and, you got to have energy for you. You got a day job, you got kiddos and nephews, nieces, whatever it may be. Think about your speed, your quickness. You don't want to be the fastest, but, we all got a baseline. We should be able to move around and don't be limping around the stores and stuff. Your coordination. Is that when you're doing your sports, you're falling over, your balance. Um, Shoot, I got a homeboy, man. His mom up there in age. Shoot, she fell and she hurt herself. Let's think about these things. Your agility. I'm bringing up flexibility again. Flexibility is a very indicator, because if you're not flexible, how can you perform anything? A lot of us are truck drivers, got to do things. A lot of us got demanding jobs. I work in semiconductor fabs. I got to be able to move around. My overall mobility got to be dope. Um, yeah, does it hurt to walk? All of that stuff. How does the body perform? Can you go and play volleyball? Sometimes, my daughter's into volleyball. Right now I'm out playing volleyball with her, and that's the things you want to think about, man. Like, I enjoy doing that with my daughter. And I got a son. He's a little younger, so he's going to be doing sports. That's what I'm saying. So my body is performing very well right now. All right. Now, this is the most important category when it comes to the basics of how the body feels, performs, and functions. Functions of the body is super important. Let's think about your digestion. After you eat a meal, do you feel bloated? You know, a lot of gas. Do it feel like, are you having bowel movements? If you are having bowel movements, are you having them every day? What's the consistency of those bowel movements? Those tell a lot about your health. Your health. Now let's talk about your metabolism. Does it seem like weight too much? You got too much weight for your age, especially if activity is going on, you're working out, you're doing your sports and all that. But that weight is just not doing its thing, and digestion and metabolism go hand in hand sometimes and got a lot to do with each other. The nervous system. Do you feel shaky all the time? Are you feeling anxious before interviews? Just regular days at work? Just just in general, do you feel nice and smooth and fluid? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we talking about how the body functions. That libido and sex drive, huh? How is that feeling? Let's think about when we think about how the body functions. Let's think about blood flow. Shit, if you ain't got no blood flow, that libido and sex drive probably gonna be down. And blood flow is super important for nutrient delivery to your muscles too, man. We're gonna get into a lot of these things, right? Let's think about your muscle functions. Are you going to the gym? Are you frying off properly? Can you get a good workout in? Or are you kind of straining muscles and pulling muscles, and your muscles get tight real fast after a workout? Muscle function, man. Off the top, I'm thinking of magnesium. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to recovery and healing. As we get up there in age, we naturally we recover a little slower, right? But sometimes it can become too slow. After a gym session, how long are you sore? You know, these, like, I can help you guys with these things. When you get bruised, when you get cut, you know, whatever. Are you staying hurt for a long time? All right. Let's think about our sleep cycles. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting quality sleep? Are you having sleep disruptions? Like, sleeping is powerful. That's when your immune system is healing, your lymphatic system is healing, your lymphatic system is healing, your liver, your circadian rhythms. Sleep, man. The functions, man. Your immune system. Are you getting sick a lot? Are you getting a lot of allergies? You have a lot of allergic reactions to foods. You know, here's a big sign. After workouts, are you getting sick? Do you get sick after a weightlifting session? Do you get sick after running? Those are huge implications to attack's nervous system and attack's immune system. Your hormone balance. We talked a little bit about libido, men. If you're not waking up with morning wood, if your sex drive is low, that can be something with your hormones. If you're working out and not losing weight properly, that can be do something with your hormones. Menstrual cycles, ladies, your menstrual cycles. Um, you know, that all got something to do with hormone balance. And like I said, man, we just went over how the body feels, performs, and functions. These are the major things. And that's all the information I have for you today. But this is what I want you guys to do. Like I said, listen to this video again. Go over each category. Listen to the subcategories and rate how you feel 1 through 10 on each thing that I said. If you have, I don't care, even if you feel like a 10, if you have more questions, need more information, leave the question in a comment box. If you're having any issues with anything, like any of the categories or subcategories in this video, leave the question or the comment in the comment section. Use this as a checklist. Use this as a start on your mastery journey. You know what I'm saying? One thing about I and this channel, I'm a stress management and a nutrition coach, right? And I study the 6 domains of stress, the 6 aspects of life that shapes the entire human experience. That's your physical, your mental, your emotional, your existential, your social relational, and your environmental domain. They're all connected. And if you are doing well in the domains, it's going to positively affect the other domains. But if you're not doing so well in one of these domains, I promise you, it's going to negatively affect the other domains. And if you're not educated on the domains, this is where it gets tricky, all right? Because a lot of things, a lot of regular things that we do all the time are really stresses. And if you're not educated on it, we could be hurting a lot of things when it comes to our 6 domains. But where I come in, I analyze your domains, pinpoint where the stress coming from, I educate you on it, then we'll come up with a plan together. You know what I'm saying? And we'll tackle it one by one. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, this is Coach Paper. And if you're serious about this self-mastery stuff, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave your questions in the comments. And yeah, man, my next video, though, let's stay tuned for my next video. Like I said, this is the basics of